Hi, my name's Bradley Rolfe. I think the biggest lesson I've learned about project leadership in the last 20 years as a professional project manager in the Australian IT industry is not to mistake leadership for control. Too often I see project managers burying themselves in the detail of their projects in an attempt to lead their projects through getting intimately involved in the decision making of their team members. And I think this is a huge mistake. And I think it's becoming an increasingly critical issue as projects get larger and far more complex, and the number of professional disciplines involved in any particular project are rising at a rapid rate. A project manager that thinks that they can master sufficient technical knowledge to lead in that kind of manner, in that controlling, command and control kind of manner, is very soon going to find themselves incredibly flustered and probably doing far more harm than good in terms of the way they're relating to their staff. A far more useful model that I've found over the last few years is described as the servant leadership model. In this model, the project manager steps back from that command and control kind of quality and is now taking the approach of supporting their team members. Instead of telling their team members what to do, they're asking their team members what it is they need to get their jobs done. The project manager now becomes far more involved in simply setting the objectives of their team, making sure they understand the time frames in which those objectives need to be delivered, and giving them the necessary mandate and authority to be able to make decisions within that context. So they're setting the boundaries of their work rather than getting involved in what's taking place inside those boundaries. Now, the benefits of this is that it empowers the team, obviously, to take far more ownership of their own work without having the project manager constantly leaning over them and telling them what they think it is they should be doing, which, as I said, is going to be largely ineffective in any case. And what you find is that the project manager also now, from a leadership position, has far more time available to them, and I found this, far more time available to me to start worrying about those external influences on the project. What is it that could come out of left field and start to slow down the work or directly impact the work? And in the meantime, allowing all of your team to focus on what they're doing. What sits behind all of this, obviously, though, is a very solid foundation of transparency and trust. You need a lot of transparency with your team in terms of the objectives that you're setting them, and you need trust between the team and the project leader that everyone knows what they're doing and that they've got the skills to do that job in the first place.